I'd like to start by conducting an exercise. But to do this, I need y'all's help. Are y'all willing to help me? All right, thank you. I'd like you to repeat after me. I'm a survivor. That's okay. I think we can do better. I'm going to ask you to do it again, but this time I want you to think about whatever it is you've gone through that you've overcome, or maybe you're in the process of overcoming something right now. For me, I'll be thinking of kidney cancer. That's what I overcame. It wasn't the worst kind you can have, but it still nearly killed me. So let's say it one more time. I'm a survivor. I'm a survivor. Oh, that was better. Do you see how the energy in the room came up? That was good. Now let's channel Muhammad Ali. Okay? Repeat after me. I'm the greatest. I'm the greatest. See, that's even a little bit better. Energy went up. I think the lights even got brighter in here. Okay? One more time, we're going to do a different statement, but this time again, repeat after me. I'm an alcoholic. Wow. See the difference right there? For those of you that didn't say it, I get it. You don't want to say that about yourself. You don't want to think that about yourself. No one does. For those of you that did whisper it, it makes you feel like you're going to be an alcoholic the rest of your life and there's nothing you can do about it. And that is what affirmations do. They define our self-concept. Our self-concept is the question of who am I? So, it's easy to make fun of affirmations. Think back to the Saturday Night Live skit. Stuart Smalley, he's sitting in front of a big full-length mirror, and he sits there and says, I'm good enough, I'm smart enough, and doggone it, people like me. Now, you got to be of a certain age to get that reference. The rest of you is going to have to Google it. Homework. Now, positive affirmations are the antidote to the stressors we feel every day. That's because, and tests have shown that positive affirmations help with test taking, salary negotiation, and problem solving under stressful conditions. That's because affirmations affect the part of the brain that does the processing about who we are, how we think about ourselves, our self-concept. Have you ever said this or something similar to it? I'm a loser. I can't cope. I'm too fat. Whatever it is. We got enough going against us in our life. Let's not be against ourselves. Be definitive about the words you use. Change your words, change your life. Do yourself a favor. Track what you say negative about yourself. And then ask yourself, would you say that to your best friend? Would you say that to your child? Probably no. Talk to yourself with the love and kindness you deserve. While we're at it, let's not talk negative about other people. Remember what Granny taught us? If you can't say anything good, don't say anything at all. Right, thank you. You can't talk negative and be positive. You can't talk failure and be victorious. You can't say I'm an alcoholic and expect to live an alcohol-free life. So when a person stands up in front of a group and says, I'm an alcoholic, that reinforces the problem, not the solution. The affirmation, I am an alcoholic, is counterproductive to recovery. Now, as a young man, little boy as a matter of fact, I grew up in an alcoholic household. My dad was a special mean drunk, both physically and verbally. He'd get mad, threaten to kill us. He'd shoot guns in the house. I learned to play connect the dots with the bullet holes in the wall. Now, you know you've had an adventurous childhood when that's your favorite game. I got pretty good at abstract art. So I promised myself when I grew up I would never be like him. And I wasn't. I never once shot a gun in the house. Thank you. So one night, after bar hopping, like I'd normally done, drunk, I was driving home, blacked out like I normally did, but this time I ran into a divided highway sign. And it broke the pole, the sign fell down on the hood of the car, crushed it down on my head. I was about a mile away from home, so I drove home like this, looking through a shattered windshield. I think at the time it probably looked normal to me. So, you ever heard that poem by Robert Frost, The Road Not Taken? It's about a path in the woods, it divides, and you got to decide which fork you're going to take. That divided highway sign was my fork in the woods. That's what took me to AA, Alcoholics Anonymous. Alcoholics Anonymous was developed back in the 1930s. At the time, the target audience was middle-aged white men. AA has changed very little over the years, but the target audience today is men, women, teenagers, baby boomers, Gen X, Gen Z, Gen Y. So that's good. It's basically a cookie cutter approach. There's a 12-step program out there for about everything you can get addicted to, and it's patterned after AA. So that's what that is. That's a cookie cutter approach, a one-size-fits-all. That's good when it comes to fast foods, but not addiction. Even at Burger King, you can get it your way. In a lot of AA meetings, you're asked to introduce yourself like this. I'm Tim, and I'm an alcoholic. What that doesn't let you move out of the alcoholic identity. It doesn't take into consideration that alcoholism is something you can be treated for and recover from. Alcohol addiction is not who we are. You know, we have a different identity than that. So I knew if I was going to change my life, I had to stop calling myself an alcoholic. That decision right there changed my life. That is a first baby step, the first step in becoming alcohol-free. So don't talk negative about yourself. That's a self-inflicted wound that it's hard to recover from, that right there. So, speak positive about yourself, decide who you want to be, and speak that out. Kind of like I did when I was diagnosed with kidney cancer. I'm a survivor. I can beat this. That's what I'm asking y'all to do. So, well, let me tell you something. How about if I share a secret with you? No? Yes. Okay. Thank you. The secret is gratitude affirmations. Okay? Now, gratitude affirmations are affirmations on steroids. It's an outward, like when you can see the goodness in the world. I'm grateful for the sunset. I'm grateful for that great cup of coffee. I'm grateful for this audience. I'm grateful I didn't wake up with a hangover. So as you can see, gratitude affirmations are outward, positive affirmations are inward. The two together makes an awesome team. They are critical to defining your self-concept. They're your sword and shield against alcoholism and any stressors that come against you. Take those affirmation techniques, put them into your daily life, say them out loud, write them down, and it'll change your life. All aspects of it. Now I know what you're sitting there thinking, Tim, that's a bold statement. All aspects of your life, really? And you want to know how that works, I'm sure. You know? And I'm grateful I'm here to share that with you. By the time I graduated high school, I was a depressed, stressed, alcoholic, suicidal, low self-esteem teen. As the years went on, I developed road rage, anger issues. Nothing was ever my fault. I blamed everybody for what went wrong in my life. And as you can tell, that time in my life, I was just a joy to be around. And so I stopped calling myself an alcoholic, started implementing the affirmations, both kinds. And I had a radical transformation in my life. I seen myself differently. I thought about myself differently. My self-concept was different. Kind of like when a caterpillar turns into the beautiful butterfly. I came out of the other side of that, just a good-looking man, doing good, living a balanced life, being resilient, and loving life. So I'm going to ask you, what I am are you saying to yourself? I'm an addict, I'm a loser, I'm a failure. You can't move past something you won't let go of. So, when I was at my worst, I could always find a golden thread to hold on to. But it's easy to do just the opposite and let the negativity come into your life, blame people, the people you perceive that have done you wrong. Tear at the fabric of who you know you are. So, take note of who you want to be. Write that down. Speak it out loud, not just once, but repeatedly, because you're listening. Thank you.